Yay Media Group.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie.
I'm Trey.
This is your weekly dose of BS.
Is your travel schedule BS? Are you so over being on a plane?
You know, we just got back. I mean, I have been to a lot of places lately. One of the places was Seaside, Florida. What I'd like to call Seaside, Florida is, I told Travis, I said, I feel like I've never once watched this show, so it could be totally off. What's that show that Ariana's like the host of? Love Island? I feel like it's Love Island for teens. All I see are a bunch of teens trying to find love. It is so crazy. And I mean, Travis and I had fun. I mean, I found the best baked oysters of my life. That was super. We had that for lunch and dinner one day. They were so good. They were like Parmesan oysters. If you go to Seaside with your children, because I don't know why you go without your children, then get them. They're like at the Shrimp Shack right by the ocean in Seaside. They're the best thing I've ever had in my life. So Travis and I had fun. I mean, we would go and have happy hour. It was like Travis and I had a vacation. Then the night came and all I did was stress out about my children. Where are they? What are they doing? I would walk outside. We were like the second to the closest house in the square, which was the last house available. This was a very last minute impromptu.
Yeah, why'd y'all go?
Well, because we got the dates of Chance's football mixed up. So we're going to Oregon because Travis, literally all of his, high school friends are there. His family's there. So we try to go once a year, usually in the summer. And there's this, at the lake in his hometown, there's like this, oh my gosh, lake
music
party
festival
thing. It's like no, it's not a music festival. It's literally like a DJ. It's not, I mean, Travis loves it. It's cool. It's not amazing, but it's like, he likes it, like it's great. It's great people watching, but it's not like, they have like Beyonce there. And it's literally just like music playing in the middle of I would say it's like music playing in the middle of a lake, right? With a bunch of like middle-aged people. It's not like really, it's like all the bougie middle-aged people that live on this this said lake, okay? So it's great people watching. Like I saw many people that should not wear thong swimsuits with thong swimsuits on, which is very entertaining to me. I appreciate that. And then I saw a bunch of like, 50-plus-year-old drunk people. I saw some grannies going to town too. It was great. And then, so I mean, it's good people watching, but it's not like a concert. Like it's not like Coachella of the sea. It's like a bunch of middle-aged people with some music, and like this little dance floor that like sinks because so many people are on it.
And y'all
like
enjoy that? That sounds like my nightmare.
My husband enjoys it, and I enjoy him being happy. So yes, I go. And I mean, it's not amazing.
How many of Travis's high school friends does he still keep up with? Because I keep up with maybe two.
It's like a small town, so I think they all and they all still live there. So he keeps up with a lot of them. And I mean, they're I actually like his high school friends more than his real life friends. If I'm going to be honest, they're just like good people. If they're just like good, kind, small townish people, I just think they are just good people. I really do. And I've told him that. I said, I just like you have like
you had a better judge of character back then than you do now.
Like I really, some of his people he meets now, I'm like, ugh. Because I just don't think they're great people. Like I just feel like, show me how you treat your family and I'll show you who you are, and how you treat the people around you. And a lot of them, I'm just like, I don't know if I think that they're great charactered people. Like they don't treat people the way that they should be treated. Not all. Now some of them do, but some of them I'm like, oh, he's just like the way he treats people I don't like. I'm like very weird. I've always been that person that sits back and watches people. You know that, Trey.
Oh, yeah.
I'll sit back and watch somebody for a full day or two before I decide if I want to be their friend. Because I think you can tell a lot about just how people interact with other people.
I don't know. I feel like within like 10 seconds whether you like someone or not.
I'm a very good... Okay, let me ask you this.
And when you don't like them, they're labeled forever as no.
But let me ask you this. Have I ever been wrong about somebody?
Yes. Actually, two people.
Okay.
There's one person that I said, I don't really like them.
I thought they were good.
And you were wrong.
Oh.
And there's another one that you've forgiven far too many times that I have not forgiven and I still will not forgive. And they actually text me over the weekend and I left them on red. And this one confuses me to this day. I'm like,
gosh.
how, huh?
But whenever I meet somebody, like if you are friends with somebody and I meet them and I'm like, am I normally right? Do you usually see it in the end?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm always right. Now, sometimes I'm in too
She's
deep.
had her moments.
I'm in too deep. But usually those are people that I'm friends with that kind of, I think, maybe change a little bit throughout the years. There was a time.
There is someone, Stephanie does not forgive. And she will not forget. She will do neither of those two things. But there's one person that she keeps forgetting and forgetting. And I'm over here like I have not forgotten nor forgiven.
Gosh. You know, I mean, it's just, but yes, sometimes I have soft spots. Sometimes
I told her about this message that I received. Someone messaged me at 4 a.m. That I have not spoken to in 2 years, has the audacity to message me at 4 a.m. And I told her what they sent me. She goes, oh, that's sweet. I said, the fuck it's not.
It was really sweet. It was so sweet, Trey. It was not, yes, it was very kind. And, you know, Trey.
But I want to respond and tell them how kind I felt their message was.
Oh, my Lord.
I have not responded yet because I've really been praying over it.
Oh, my gosh, Trey. Just be kind. Even the people I don't like that I'm like, ooh, I don't think you're the one. I'm at least like, you know, fake nice.
I mean, you'll only fake it for so long.
And then I'm like,
yeah. And then she's just like, no.
No, life is, yeah. But back to me. What was I saying? So we went to, it was Travis, myself, and 6 teenagers. And the teenagers were amazing. But Seaside stresses me out. I told Travis, I said, man, this is not for the faint of heart.
Don't they have a lot of shark issues over there?
That did not stress me out. The sharks were the least thing on my mind. The fact that I had 6 teenagers, and it's like literally a place where all these, I mean, it is like all the teenagers are like, they all go there. And they all go there, I think, hoping to find love is what I've gathered, or hoping to make out with somebody. Either works.
Whose idea was this trip?
So
was this one of the boys' idea?
So what happened was Travis and I were going to Oregon, which we are still going to for this, you know, thing that Travis likes to go to, which is great. And then I said, ooh, if you set me up, and we're going with like 2 of my favorite friends ever that we're actually going to like pick up in our, the plane we're taking in, they live in Missouri, Springfield. And they're like amazing. And so we're picking them up and taking them with us. And Travis's family has this really awesome beach house, like nothing fancy, but it's just awesome. It's a really great beach house. And then I don't know if you know this, but Oregon actually has like some like great wine. Like it's kind of known for its Pinot Noir, and it's like a fun little wine country. So I was like, ooh, you know what? We'll go to this, you know, party on the water that you love. And then, you know, it'd be so fun is if we did like a whole like wine tour, you know, like for like a day, just like bop around and take our friends to drink some wine. That sounds like fun.
So how'd you get to Seaside?
So anyway, we were not going to Seaside, but we got a message from Chance's football coach, and it was pretty much like, oh, don't forget, like your kids are off this week, like this week right now. We thought it was the following week. Chance cannot go with us because he is in football, and it's kind of, I mean, you can, but then it's not looked up well upon, and he's really hoping to play varsity this year. Anyways, so we are like, well, shoot, our oldest cannot go. So what can we do? Because he has very, very little time off to make his summer also a little special. So we said, Chance, why don't you invite some friends? Cruz, you invite some friends, and we'll take you guys somewhere. And we know from all the kids that Seaside is the place to be, and everybody talks about it, right? Seaside is such the place to be that Chance invited 3 friends, but, you know, some of his friends could not go. And I said, why could they not go? And he said, well, because they have girlfriends. I said, oh man, this place is, you know, you cannot, like this place is like where if you're in a relationship and you're a teenager, your significant other's like, absolute. I'm telling you, it's like, it must be like the dating capital for the children. But he invited like 4 amazing friends. and then Cruz.
He invited 4 friends?
Or no, it was Chance and 3. He invited 3 friends.
Oh.
And Cruz was just like, you know what? I just want to bring 1 friend. Like Cruz is more like, give me 1 friend. Yeah,
that makes sense for them. All right, we got to take a break real quick, but we'll be right back.
So I have 4 17-year-olds, 2 15-year-olds. Oh and we are looking for a place to stay. And this is kind of a last minute trip. And the last place they had available was 1,500 square feet and $2,700 a night. VRBO.
What?
Yes. There's a reason it was the last place ever because it was the most overpriced place you could imagine.
Holy cow.
Now, I was like, what in the world? Now, because a few days before when we were just kind of throwing out the idea, there were like 15 places and there was some, and none of them were these kind of prices, right? So, but the kids had already so we were like, okay, we're going to just do it. It is what it is. This is the last place. We're going to pay for it. But the good thing is even though it was super overpriced, 8 people, 3 bedrooms. Okay. Like one of the bedrooms was a bunk room. I mean, it was tight. So, but the good thing is the place you definitely are paying for, like location, not for square footage of this place. It was like 2 houses down from the square, which is where everybody wants to be at night. So I told Travis, I said, Jesus was looking out for me because if I were away from the square, I would have been a wreck all night because I already was with the kids. And at night, all these kids hang out in the square. And I mean, there are cop cars with their lights on outside. The first night, the kids were all like hanging out in the square. And it's a very, very safe place. I mean, I think that's why also everybody goes because they're like, oh, our kids can go and run loose. And it's very, very, very safe. It's like, Pleasantville, that old show. Mm-hmm. Like it's kind of like Pleasantville of Florida. It feels like that. Like very like
well, they have safe. To keep it safe. Like
and it's very patrolled. Very patrolled. And so the first night, Travis and I are kind of laying in bed watching TV and it's like 10 o'clock and my mom radar starts like, oh gosh, where are these children? And I know they're bouncing around the square, but the later it gets, the more nervous I get because I am not only in charge of my children, but I also have other people's children. And
she's also never missed a murder documentary.
Yes. And so I just know
she's got a million ways they could die in her head.
Yes. So I'm like, oh my gosh. I have my life 360 for my children and I know they're together, which makes me happy because my 2 15-year-olds are with the 17-year-olds. And so I walk outside in my robe. And as soon as I walk outside, I really start panicking because there are cop cars all up and down this road, right? Like just like the cops like light going the whole time. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then in the distance, I hear what it sounds like teenage boys, like either wrestling or trying to like beat each other up or something. And I'm like, oh, this is my idea of torture. And all I see are like hundreds of teenagers roaming the streets.
Hundreds?
I mean, no, I'm not even joking, Trey. Hundreds of teenagers roaming the streets, okay? And I go back upstairs in a ball of panic and I say, Travis, I am not okay.
And what time is this?
This is like 10:30 at this point after I sat outside for a while.
So you tell Travis you are not doing well.
So this is like 10:30 after I go outside and really regret my life decisions.
Mind you, is this like Travis is in the middle of enjoying a movie?
Travis
and you decide to get up and go and...
I am like the worrier of the children. Travis, I think he's like, listen, Stephanie's going to worry enough for the both of us. So he's like laying in bed. By the time I get up there 30 minutes later after I am thoroughly stressed out, I go upstairs. My husband is full-blown snoring. Not a care in the world, and I have all the cares in the world, okay? So I get in bed and I wake him up and I say, I am not okay.
We have a huge problem.
There's something wrong in the streets. I've never been here before. Travis has. So I think he knows what I had no idea. And I said, this was a bad idea. This isn't really, we made a mistake. And he said, Stephanie, it's okay. You're just being dramatic. I said, no, please come outside. There's cop cars
everywhere. There was a murder sounds like down the street.
I heard kids being rude to each other in the streets.
being rude to each other.
And there are cop cars all up and down. Our kids are going to go to jail. We need to get them back. And I was like, obviously there's a very strict curfew. And he's like, Stephanie, like, this is crazy. So then I get on my Life 360 and he said, please stop stalking our children. And I said, I can't help it.
So when did they come home?
Oh my gosh. So
were they fine?
I stayed up. They came home at like 11. I stayed up. I think
they sensed it. They're like, bat signal. Mom's going bat shit crazy. We got to go home. All right, we're going to take a break real quick, but we'll be right back.
So they got home at 11 and I mean, they were loud. I got no sleep. I mean, they were just like talking. They had the time of their life because they came back and chit-chatting and all kinds of good things. They were, there's a lot of Texas kids there that they knew. So I had quite that, I had quite the house full of like their friends from like different schools, which was fine. And then I just laid in bed thinking, thank God they're here, but please, random friends, go home. And then they did. And then the next day, it was like deja vu. I was so tired. The kids were like, oh, we're going to take a nap. I said, oh, I'm sure you are. You think you want to take a nap? I had all the trauma and none of the fun last night. But then the next day, kind of the same thing. And
what does Travis stress out about when it comes to the kids?
Let me think of what he stresses out about when it comes to the kids. I mean, I would say he stresses out more if he doesn't feel like they're working hard enough on things. Like if they're
so totally not the same thing that you stress out about.
No. I just want to make sure that they're safe because I know in my life there's certain things I can get over, and having something happen to my child or somebody else's child is not one of those things. So for me, I'm always like, okay, like I just want to make sure everybody's safe, everybody's good. Also, as a mom, I feel like I have a big responsibility to these mothers who entrusted their children to me, right? I don't think Travis has that same stress because dads are so different. Dads are like, whatever, like a little bit more relaxed than moms. And so for me, it's more of, I feel like such a stress of like making sure that none of these moms hate me. So, I'm trying to keep friends as well. But yeah, the same night, kind of the same thing happens. They all go out. Cruz, I guess, is like the hero of all the 17-year-olds because we have these key cards that they gave us for the place we're staying at so you can get on the beach. And they're like $150 a piece if you lose them. We had 8, right? So Travis is like, please don't lose these key cards, teenagers. And I'm like, okay, that's a tall order. And then I'm expecting the worst. I'm thinking we'll come back with 3. But Cruz, I guess, like helps people get on the beach. And I'm like, I don't even know if, I'm sure the cops hate us.
He's charging people.
Yeah. He's like $5.
$10 a sweat, yeah.
But they get back about the same time. I think that the cops kind of shut everything down at 11. Thank God. I mean, I've never been so grateful for cops in my life. I'm like, thank you. But yeah, they came back. But it's just like they had the time of their life. Travis and I left. Like, Travis got a lot of sleep. I mean, the second day he was also like, we were watching a movie, kind of hanging out, had our little romantic time, and then he went straight to bed. I'm like, and then I was up stressing. So I was super happy to be home. But the kids were great.
So you're just exhausted.
The kids were actually really great. It's just Seaside itself stressed me out. And this one lady we met at the bar the last day, she had a dog and she was very kind. And she pretty much said, yeah, people come here and complain. And she has a house here. Like, I think part-time, she's been there for a month. I said, oh God. Travis said he saw my face when she said she's been there for a month. And I was like, I can't imagine. And she has teenagers. I was like, oh my God, how? And I was barely holding on at that point. And then she said that she's been there for a month. And I think he saw my face where I was like, oh Lord, help me. And then she said, when I always run into people who are here on vacation who, are complaining. And I just say, if you're going to complain about Seaside, don't come to Seaside. I said, ma'am, I agree with you. That is why this is probably my first and last time at Seaside, Florida, because it stressed me out thoroughly.
Yeah, hundreds of teenagers, that it's not, no.
Yeah, there's just so much that can go wrong.
No.
So much that can go wrong. Like also you have a lot of like very underage kids drinking a lot of alcohol. Like you can tell like they're just kids just drunk all over the place. And it was just like a lot. For me, it was a lot because I just worry about people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, where our new house is right by all the private schools. And our old house, there were like no kids.
Uh-huh.
And I have many days like gone to Chick-fil-A. I'm like, why are there so many kids running around here? And I'm like, oh, they just got out of school.
Oh, yeah, the Chick-fil-A,
I miss not seeing children ever.
Oh, well, you know.
And then there they are, just all, they like hang out at the Sonic. It's very
all I could think of was one day you're going to have a child and you're going to be at Seaside and you're going to call me. And I'm going to say, this sucked.
And you're going to say, I told you.
I'm like, I mean, it's a wonderful place. It's just stressful at night. That's all I'm going to say. Like the beaches are really beautiful. The food was amazing. It's stressful.
I will definitely be the you between Zach and I.
Yes.
I will be the one that stresses out.
Yeah. Like,
Zach will not.
I think Travis is like, oh, it's fine. They're going to be fine. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like, we don't know that. So,
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it home.
Me too. So I have a week and then we're going to Oregon, which I'm excited about Oregon. I really am.
One more trip till school starts.
Yeah. And then like school starting but I really am excited. Oregon's beautiful, but it was also really hot. Like it's like going from Texas to Texas, you know, like I'm like, ooh, it's hot. But it was good. But I don't know how Zach does it. Your husband travels a lot.
Yeah.
And like he can handle it. Maybe you just get used to it, but it's like, it's a lot to travel. So Travis and I just tell all my business. Travis and I are super lucky right now. So Travis is from Oregon and his brother has a friend who, well, this is like not lucky for the family, but
yeah, I was like, this is going to take a sharp turn.
But like, we don't know these people at all. Okay. But so, oh man, I feel bad now.
Well, I'll tell you. So a guy died.
Yes.
A guy died.
Somebody died. And they had a ton of private airline, like from different like private plane companies.
But like miles. Essentially. Mm-hmm.
So like they, like hundreds of thousands of dollars that they had spent before Jesus called him home. And the family, when he passed, were like, well, crap, we don't want to use these. We don't need to go anywhere. You know, like this is too much for us. So who did they call? Somebody that knew Travis. And they called Travis and said, hey, this person's trying to sell, like they just want to make some money off these jets. So would you want to buy them? And Travis said, absolutely. So we got them for like 30 cents on the dollar.
That's nice.
Which was really, really, really nice. So right now we were able to take a jet there and a jet home. And it was kind of great because there were two different jets. It was great. I was like, this is the way to go. Like we are literally flying it's still expensive, but like the cheapest you could imagine.
Yeah.
These private planes. But I dare not post because then people will say, eat the rich. And then I would be like, what the heck does that mean? I feel like, it's so funny.
Well, on that note, we got to go.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
You can follow me at Troy_Stewart. You can follow our podcast at BS the Podcast. You can watch us on YouTube at Weekly Dose of BS.
Bye.
Yay Media Group.